Proper preparation prevents poor. I'm going to save that. We're going to save that. Shake my hand. Hit the like button. Champion Smack Volume 11. Smack Volume 11. 2017, I believe December was the first installment to now in 2024. We on 11. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. You know what I'm saying? What I did was, because you're always going to have a better experience in the building as opposed to watching the stuff back. So I tried it before I did anything, before I took the camera on. You know what I'm saying? I had to watch a few things back just to see if it can correlate the way I received it in the building. And brother, oh my goodness. Some of the watch back hurt a few of you. Sheesh. We'll get to that though. The stage was set. The crowd was half and half. Sometimes I feel like they could have had better energy at a few times. I feel like that took some things down. But at the end of the day, it comes down to you could blame this person, but it comes down to the MCs. When you have turbulence, when you have chokes, when you have discrepancies in between the rounds, it just brings down the value. It brings down the value of the volume. There's no way around it. I will say shout out to Charlie Clips, DNA, and Ocho Cinco for that intermission, what they did right there. That helped. That could give the car, if you rate out of a 10, that could get an extra point right there. You know what I'm saying? I like that. That was fun to me. Especially Ocho, talking shit on Breakfast Club or Nightcap and the pulling up. I thought that was good. And I don't think that was supposed to happen for real. He pulled up. He had a situation out Orlando, so he made his way. So I appreciate that. Other than that, this doesn't compare to, I love to compare, leagues against themselves and their other events and other installments. So if we talking Smack Volume 1, again, 2017 to now, this doesn't compare to the first one. You know what I'm saying? New Jersey Twerk because he's on this card. So Twerk versus JC. You had the stomach small, if anybody, small intestine. You had the Briz Rothstein versus O-Red. Shit, the other Smack Volume that Twerk was on too. I'm gonna keep bringing him up. Shout out to Twerk. Clips versus Twerk. Chef Trez on the card, right? So Chef Trez versus, I believe, Loso happened, right? In the volume. It just doesn't equate to what happened back in the past. And again, the stage was set, but it comes down to the MCs, man. And to have this be Smack's first live stream, Smack's first fully independent. That means there was no outside entity. There is no, how the league would have a rap grid. Everything was funneled through URL. Everything. This is like completely through their stuff. It just wasn't, again, what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? I feel like this was the first, in a sense, from a major league stream of the year. And it is what it is. Look at the first battle. I don't, way too long. So Chef Trez versus Charlie Clips. And I called it in the building. I will say this, man. I have no problem telling anybody won or lost. I'm gonna say what needs to be said, but I'm gonna say it respectfully. So, and I didn't know with the energy of the community and what they had in terms of who they had winning between Clips and Chef Trez, but I just knew what I had. I'm gonna say true to what I got. You know what I mean? So I called it Chef Trez second and third. I feel like Clips had the charisma in the first, the energy in the first. You know what I'm saying? The crowd, I don't know why the crowd didn't want to react. Or give the MCs that confidence, like, listen, we ain't gotta do that. Yeah. Oh my God. I think if you in a volume, at least give them the I'm listening. Nice. I like something. Something. I feel like the crowd usually to me doesn't matter, but it matters because if the MCs feel like they're not getting no energy, their confidence goes down, high deliver goes down. So in a sense, the crowd does matter. That's what it is. But again, I called in the building. Shout out to Clips, much like the Clips. Other people had Clips 2-0 going to third. I personally had it Chef Trez in the second and third. Clips had a dope freestyle about the media. So I'm like, okay, you can depend on what you like. I can see it, but for me, I had Chef Trez second and third, and what's crazy is shout out to Clips. He kept saying, I think he's right. I think by default, they might have Battle of the Night by default. Sheesh. Is that a good thing or bad thing? Next was Chess Miss Hustle. I'm gonna reiterate this too. In the third round, Miss Hustle said about when Chess does what he does and he messes up and people talk about it again, it's never hate. I would never want to see Chess do bad in a battle. I have no hate for Chess. We just got to report on what happened, and what happened was he messed up in the first round. And I've been here for so long. I've said some of the worst things in terms of going crazy on what he messed up on. At this point, again, I'm gonna say what I said last time too, is that we got to figure out what's going on with that. Because again, I feel like he's prepared. He looked like he was ready to go. He was excited. He was happy. Then it's just like that happens. At this point, we have to find out what it is and get it corrected medically. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna do any jokes on a good brother, but we just gotta find out what that is medically and get that corrected, because we talking about, I don't think Smack plans on going anywhere. So imagine we on Smack Volume 15, and because who you are special, Chess. And it happens on Smack Volume 15. That's just not a good look. It's not a good sign, man. What I think, I feel like you need sometimes suggestions, because I feel like after he did what he did, he kind of turned up in the second, and he fought back, and he pulled through in the third. So maybe he needs like a mock battle. Like I know that sounds crazy. Maybe he needs to like battle a fake battle first, get out the way, out the way. You know what I mean? The burpish, and then come back later and do the actual battle. So maybe I don't know. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. That's just my suggestion. But shout out to Miss Hustle. Again, we always make the mistake of talking about one person the whole time. When it's like we got to give credit to Miss Hustle too, because Miss Hustle went crazy. She did her thing. I personally thought she won every single round. I say it with all respect. I think she won every single round. She had an angle in the third. She had bombs in the first, strong first, back to back consistency in the second round. So even though Chess got some reactions and he started fighting back, I felt like consistency wise, the pacing all the way throughout, Miss Hustle, I know a lot of people hate Miss Hustle, but listen, just give her credit where it's due. She's showing up and she's doing work. To me, she's somebody that you can rely on. And she got a battle next week. Listen, if you got hate in your heart for Hustle, you have to put that to the side from when she battles. You know what I'm saying? When she battles, we put that to the side. I'm like, okay, then she did her thing. And then when you go on Twitter, then you can go back to what you're doing. But other than that, the material and what she's been doing, consistency, poise, movement, Hustle is her. Hustle is her. It's no way around it. Hustle is her. And she's collecting a lot of W's. Let me say this again. She's collecting a lot of W's. No, it's a whole new year, but she's collecting a lot of W's, man. Hustle. They moved the main event to the third battle. Ooh, Tay-Rock and Serious Jones. I want to do a full breakdown on this one. Obviously, because of the second round, when I seen the first in detail, but I feel like the second round, the fight almost ensued, and I felt like based on what they were saying, Rock was saying, "Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me." I feel like Serious Jones said a few things, and it just got there. It didn't get there complete, but it got there to the point where we had to do a whole bunch of breakup. And what happens is when you do a breakup like that, you don't know what's going to happen. So I got to get in position to commentate again. So instead of being so close to the battle, I got to move back to the commentary section and got to do this and try to listen in. And I ended up talking to DNA and Clips. So it's like I didn't get the full battle. That's just what it is. I have no problem saying that Rock or Serious Jones won, but I didn't get the full battle in completion. So, and gives me a better review of the video. You get a more detailed review from me. Like a bar for bar joint for the most part. So I'm gonna chop that up. But I will say this: I had Rock in the first. I did, based on what I saw in the first. I had Rock in the first round. But please MCs, do that in the face-off. I had questions lined up too, but I feel like the face-off was a lot of handshakes. And I feel like they didn't want to take it there, but I feel like you get the steam out in the face-off so the battle can be just a battle. I feel like the battle was going up, and when you have a situation like that, the tension is good. But then when it lasts and lingers for too long, it takes away from the battle. It takes away from the battle, man. Huh? Y'all up here bugging. Sheesh. But again, the main event, again, until that situation happened, I felt like the battle was going good. I was appreciating it. But let's move on. Ocho Cinco versus Clips and DNA. Why ain't nobody back up Ocho, man? That's crazy. That brother spit a few lines. You know, shout out to him for having it locked down in terms of not messing up. He went slow, but then he got his bars off. You know what I mean? I feel like that's most parts freestyle. Because I feel like Clips definitely freestyle because you just battled Chef Trez. You're not preparing extra round for Ocho. You know what I mean? And then DNA did his thing. So, good for the culture. Good for the culture. That brings eyes on the culture. And I feel like that gives whoever's a fan of Ocho, like I said, a celebrity MC, they might want to do the same thing. If it's fun and friendly, easy, 5-6 minutes, and then we can shake hands, and you know, I think that helps. That helps the culture. I think it does. Then that Shannon Sharpe account, I think he posted it. I think that's at 1 million already. And I seen URL posted on the YouTube channel. I think they had to because once the Shannon Sharpe account posted, it's over. It's going viral. It's already Ocho's going viral, but I think it's going viral because again, it's Ocho and the Shannon Sharpe account. Or the fake one, the Shannon Sharpie or some shit account. So I think they had to. And it's 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes. You know, people can post that on Twitter like 2-3 minutes of Ocho rapping. So you got to put it on YouTube immediately at that point. I think you have to. You know what I'm saying? You might as well benefit off your own content, right? Instead of holding it at that point. Especially, again, because it's Ocho, Nightcap. He was on the Breakfast Club. You have to, you know, go with the momentum right there. The last battle of the night, New Jersey Twerk versus T-Top. I'm not going to go crazy on this. I know that sounds away. And I've done videos on Twerk messing up before. But to me, he went all 2023 without really messing up in his 3-round battles. So I don't know what happened in terms of preparation for that or what made him mess up. But again, I'll give him grace because he had a complete 2023 where you could argue him for champion of the year or argue him for number 2, number 1. So it's like, he did a lot of battles last year. So we're going to chalk it up to something happening. And I will say this, I'm privy to something that took place the day before. I'm not giving no excuses, but he's not going to speak on it, but there was an occurrence. I'll leave it. It was an occurrence the day before, and I don't know if that affected him or not. I don't know. You know, but again, no one else really saw it. But I'm just saying. I don't know if he's going to speak on that or not. Probably not. Maybe that could have been it a little bit, but let's give credit to T-Top. I think the majority, he was the major underdog in the situation. I feel like T-Top pulled through. He added new material. He got at Jay Black a little bit. Jay Black, you said New Jersey Twerk was the A-side? You said Twerk was the A-side, Black? You piece of huh? Watch this. You know, from the first to second to third, he was consistent. And he did his, I'm going to give a victory to T-Top. He did his thing. We're not going to discredit T-Top right now. Congratulations, T-Top. Because, you know, in the second round, I feel like Twerk fought back and his material was good. But it just wasn't cohesive. You know what I'm saying? Again, there was chops here and there. He had to slow down parts here and there. And it's different when you know your shit. Like when you opened the round, he was like, because you know that part. So when you know the material, you can perform it a lot better. But when you don't know it, you go, You know, but it is what it is. I give Twerk grace again because, again, all 2023, the brother didn't mess up from Real Name Brandon, the top of 2022. So it was like damn near 2 years with not messing up. So that's why I'm giving Twerk grace. Other than that, that's it. Smack Volume 11, Battle Rappers. Battle Rappers. The stage is set. The stage always be set. The face-offs is set. It's what you want to do. Like the culture is in your hands, battle rappers. It's what you want to do. We can make this amazing. We can make this, We can make this, The cameras be ready. Let me tell you about the production and shit. Cameras be ready by like 1 p.m. The cameras, the stage is set, the background looks good. The only thing you could probably blame is the crowd a little, because again, I don't know what was going on. They was half sleeping, they was half awoke. One brother was low-key drunk. But again, battle rappers, this is y'all painting, this is y'all work. Make it amazing, man. Come on, man, we fans of y'all. Treat it as such, man. Because the more discrepancies we have, the less stock, or the less stock you put into these things, man. All right, so do better. And this ain't the last. You're gonna have more events. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm not gonna speak for you all either. But this could have been like somewhat of a tester. So, and I think they can handle, you know, the bandwidth and all that good stuff in terms of the stress test, in terms of people, you know, piling in and paying the pay-per-view. So like, they good to go. I think what I could do, because I do talk a lot in these face-offs, you know, maybe I can explain. Some people did have some issues in terms of logging on, all right? But I think, you know, there's ways around that, or ways you're supposed to do it properly to get in. So I guess before the next pay-per-view stream, maybe I can explain that if they have me. You know, shout out to you all if they have me. I'm available. I'm still available. All right? With that being said, Woman of the Year. Woman of the Year is not too far away. Please support, donate. But thank y'all. It's over $4,100, which is good. Because again, when Big K won, I believe it was at 45 or 48. I don't know. They came on champion, and the rest came. He went 6,000 after that. So I think the ladies are on par to receive just as much, if not more, depending on what happens. Let me ask y'all this too. I'm gonna bring back the champion covers. Who do you think from this event? If I had to pick one or three people, I want to do one. I prefer one person. Listen, I'm not here to make everybody happy. I'm not here to make everybody happy. I have no problem putting one person on the cover. Fuck it. Who do y'all think that person should be? Comment. Choose one or three, but I prefer one. Remember when I made this cover of the Tsu Surf Free to Wear, the Tsu Surf cover? I'm like, this cover looks amazing. But Tsu Surf by himself, and it was the blue joint. I'm like, this shit looks amazing. I want it to look like that. John, I got you, Jonathan. The cover is coming. I got you, Jonathan. I got you. Jonathan, I got you. Relax. So it's going to be Jonathan cover, and then Miss Hustle cover. All right? Shout out to Ref. I'm going to get at you with the details. Good brother. Appreciate you. We out, man. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Hit the like button. Sad we got to say that now because of an algorithm. And this is probably the last review to drop. So for the algorithm purposes, please and thank you. Shake my hand. We out. Champion!